Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to check in on Colorado again. About a week ago, we looked at the situation in Colorado and talked about it a little bit. Since then, there have been a whole bunch of articles talking about what's happening to the GOP there and how they are embracing positions that have, led to kind of a long losing streak there. There is something interesting that's going on, though, that it might be getting overlooked. We understand that the Republican Party is losing ground there in a big way, and their new leader of the state-level GOP is probably not going to help much in that regard. It's probably going to continue the current trend or even make it worse. But there's something else. Okay, so in 2016, the Republican Party had 31.1% of the registered voters. The Democratic Party had 30.9%. So the Republican Party had just a little bit of a lead in 2016. Today, the Republican Party has 24.2%, and the Democratic Party has 27.4%. So now the Democratic Party is in the lead. The rest are unaffiliated. But that leads us to something interesting. The Republicans that are leaving the Republican Party, they are not becoming Democrats. They're unaffiliated. And that's often chalked up to the Republican Party in Colorado moving further and further right. And that makes sense. That tracks. But what about the Democratic Party? They're in the lead now, and that's from their perspective, that's good. But they're still declining. They're declining at half the rate, about half the rate. But they've still dropped. They have less registered voters today than they did in 2016. What if it's for the same basic reason? The Democratic Party members that are leaving, that are becoming unaffiliated, they're not going to the Republican Party. That's obvious. They're becoming unaffiliated. If the Republican Party has been viewed as too far right for Colorado, to the point where Republicans are leaving, what does that say about the Democratic Party losing registered voters as well? They may be too far right as well. It might be time for the Democratic Party in Colorado to become even more progressive. The people leaving the Democratic Party, or those who aren't being replaced, it very well might be occurring because the current positions of the Democratic Party are not far enough to the left. They aren't progressive enough to capture the loyalty of people who want a more progressive future. They view the Democratic Party as being too far to the right. It's either that, or you have people who believe the Democratic Party is ineffective. It is one of the two. It seems unlikely that the trend that is occurring in both the Republican and the Democratic Party, it seems unlikely that it's just because people want to be independents now. It has to do with policy in some way. We know what it is with the Republican Party. It very well might be the same reason with the Democratic Party. It might be time for those who always talk about how the Democratic Party isn't progressive enough to maybe see what happens in a primary. you have progressives in Colorado. It might be that moment to kind of shake it from a very centrist Democratic Party to an even more progressive one. Those numbers are really interesting, seeing both parties in decline at the same time. There might be something to that. It's conventional wisdom at this point now that the Republican Party in Colorado is just going to continue to decline. The Democratic Party can seize the opportunity one way or another. To me, it seems like its best chance is to motivate voters by really embracing progressive ideas there. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.